everyone. Welcome to Best Left Forgotten, a deliberately unofficial and uncanon actual play podcast. My name is Jess Wolfendale, and I am, once again, your keeper.
My name is Miriam Feats, and I play Agnes Finch.
My name is Nathan Quadrio, and I play Sophia Finch.
That's right, we're back for more etiquette and eldritch horror here in the Regency Call of Cthulhu system. If you have not yet listened to our first season of Finch Sister Adventures, go listen now. All 3 episodes of Note and Notoriety are up, or just jump in here. What am I to tell you how to do? What?
Keep it in.
How are you guys feeling about jumping back in with the Finch sisters?
Really excited.
Yeah, beyond excited. I've been waiting for this since we did it last time.
Which is a while.
It's been a lot longer because I went back to listen to that last episode and I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
we've done a lot of stuff since then.
Yeah, it's a lot of scrolling.
Yeah.
All of this incredible content just ready to listen to. The module we'll be playing this time was created by ZV Cretney, whose modules can be found on DriveThruRPG. This is another Miskatonic repository module. You can check them out online or join their Discord server for tons of community Cthulhu content. Now, if we're ready, without further ado, the game we'll be playing tonight is known as The Viscount Who Left Me. Dearest listener, it is a common misconception that lightning does not strike the same place twice, that a singularly epical tragedy must only be suffered once by any one person. We, of course, know this to be untrue. It is the great human burden. Misfortune begets misfortune, and we are doomed to watch the same cycles repeat themselves evermore. For indeed, dear listener, lightning is more likely to strike the same place again, especially if one finds themselves holding a metal rod. Following the events of the ball at Thornhill Manor and Sir Jasper Dolfrey's mysterious disappearance, the Finch sisters found themselves on the outskirts of the society they had so heroically saved from succumbing to the dance of the delirious. Their actions, while gallant in origin, sullied their reputations, and though Lieutenant Wandsworth's accusations of assault were dismissed as the ravings of a murderous madman, his words did nothing to heal the sisters' reputations. However, time heals many wounds, and just over a year later, Agnes and Sophia are joyfully invited to their dear friend Harriet Fenchurch's wedding. Though they have spoken little of that fateful night in which Harriet lost both her cousin and aunt, she considers the Finch sisters to be her friends, her saviours, and, now, her bridesmaids. We see the city of Bath, a glittering oasis of architecture, grand terraces, and high society. We see the pump rooms with its steaming waters, a variety of tea shops, gentlemen's clubs, and taverns along the North Parade bustling with activity, and finally to the Abbey Church of St. Peter and St. Paul, commonly known as Bath Abbey. Its spires reach up to the sky like outstretched arms into the early summer morning, sunlight spilling through its many stained glass windows and settling upon the wedding party. Miriam, can you please describe how Miss Agnes Finch has changed and what she's been doing for the past year?
So Aggie has changed quite a bit, I think. She is no longer the sort of sallow-skinned, frail young lady that she was last season. She has put a little bit more colour back into her cheeks. I think she even maybe has a little bit of a gentle suntan as she has been pushing herself to spend more and more time out of doors than indoors of late. She has definitely taken the events of the last sort of season as a wake-up call and has decided to embrace life a little bit more vigorously perhaps than she used to. I think in the past she often wallflowered and hid herself in a corner and found ways to be invisible, and I think she now has a more determined air about her and tries to put herself out more socially than perhaps she used to. And it shows in just the sort of freshness and determination of her face whenever she's sort of in a room with others.
And if we were to see something from the past year, some flashes of images or a scene, what would we see?
I think there's sort of like quite a few flashes of images of those first few weeks after the events at Thornhill Manor. I think we saw Aggie throwing open curtains in her room and completely re-going through her wardrobe and throwing out lots of old journals that sort of reflected a frame of mind that she didn't really take stock in anymore. And then there's more flashes of her starting to go outside and engaging in sort of horse riding and engaging in some other outdoor activities and trying to get Fifi to drag her out and take her to social places, and flashes of her, you know, out in town and at social gatherings that perhaps she wouldn't have wanted to go to. And I think the camera zooms in maybe a few weeks before they travel to the wedding, and she's out the back of their estate in full fencing gear.
Yep.
With a rapier in hand. I think probably at the end of a vigorous bout with her fencing instructor.
All right. We're going to make this a roll, I think, to see how this particular training session's going.
Sure.
It would be a fighting. Is that
Fighting?
there?
Yeah.
Sure, because you don't have a specific fencing skill at the moment, do you? We
No.
haven't introduced that yet.
No, we haven't.
Great. You go ahead and roll that. I'll roll here.
That is a failure. That's a 55 over 30.
That's right. This was an 83 over here.
Ooh.
So we're going to call that a success for you. So I think we come in and we see you in the middle of this bout, lunges and parries, and you manage to get in a particularly good touche, as it were. I
We
looked
know
up
fencing
words. your
See, it's
foil.
my turn now because I did 18 months of fencing.
Wow. Actually.
A parry riposte, as it were.
Yes, thank you. You get in a nice parry riposte and put onto the fencing instructor, and you see they reach up and they take off their mask, and this red hair spills forth. Your fencing instructor, Miss Anastasia Gilbert, she's sort of in
A woman?
She's in her late 20s.
Yep.
She's got this beautiful long red hair, dark eyes, long legs. And you know she is widowed, which is why she has time for this sort of thing and is able to sort of take you under her wing and do that. She's like, this is a very good match. You have improved much.
I also sort of pull off my mask. I think perhaps you were a little kind to me in that fight, but I appreciate it,
I
Miss
would
Gilbert.
never. So you are off soon, yes? You said you are traveling?
Yes, I believe in a fortnight. I don't perhaps think it would be the wisest thing to travel with all my gear, but I will certainly be practicing my form while I'm away.
I am very glad to hear it. And she smiles at you and tosses your mask back. And she's like, one more round?
Of course.
On guard. And we fade back to the wedding, seeing a little bit of a smile on your face as you remember all the work you've put in over the past year. And we move over to Sophia. Nathan, could you please describe Miss Sophia Finch and her journey since Thornhill Manor?
I think that there's been a bit of like a crossing over of characterizations. What is noticeable about her is today her hair is maybe a little bit more together, but normally it is just thrown up in the messiest of buns and just, you know, the deep sags underneath her eyes. And she's haunted. You know, she was a woman who would always go out and she was excited to touch the world, and now the world has burned her back. And she's kind of, you know, retreated back into herself and is a bit more wary. Still intrigued, but kind of aware of maybe there is more to this world than she first thought.
Low luck.
Low luck. It's all right. I'm on 14.
Wow.
14.
Good. And if we were to see a scene or a series of images, what would we see?
Well, I'd like to, a contrasting scene. Sophia is alone in a library where she's been spending a lot of her time researching parts of the occult. And she's looking through some books and she's starting to feel a little bit drowsy. And she can see something moving in the bookshelves around her. And then stepping out from behind a bookshelf is the possessed form of Wandsworth. And without saying a word, he is approaching her with the knife that he used to kill Lady Dolfrey. And just as he begins to lower the knife, she awakens out of her dream and she's in the same library. But obviously there is no Wandsworth as she's kind of tortured by the events of that night. Elias, are you still there?
A man comes running around the corner. Yes, Miss Sophia. You see a 21-year-old young man, curly, slightly unruly, light brown hair, these neat sideburns, soft features. He often has this furrowed, stressed brow. He's in the middle of university, but it sort of melts as he sees you. Are you quite all right?
Yes, sorry, I had quite an awful dream. Yes, but no, it's everything's okay, Elias. Please, go get those books.
He comes over, he pours you some water from a pitcher nearby and hands it to you. Are you sure? I don't want to leave you if you are in distress.
Thank you, Elias. And she sips the water. No, it's best that we continue our work. The books. The books.
Of course. And he rushes back off into the shelves.
And then I kind of look over my shoulder just to make sure Wandsworth is not hidden in the shadows.
Make a spot hidden check.
I don't want him actually to be there. Now I'm scared. That is a 60 over 45.
You see through the stacks of books a little bit of a shifting of shadow, but you realize it's just the open window on the other side pushing up the drapes and making sort of a shadow dance.
Mm-hmm. As I've slept, some of the candles have gone out, and I just quickly light as many of them around me as possible and continue my studies of the occult.
And we fade out. Your attention is drawn back to the ceremony as vows are read. You watch as Miss Harriet Fenchurch joins hands with her groom and becomes Viscountess Harriet Huntley. They smile at each other, and even from this distance you can see the tears in their eyes, a moment of pure love, immortalized in ink and memory. And we fade up to the sound of church bells ringing. You both awaken in bed. Syrupy rays of early morning casting a light over the beds. It's the day following Harriet's wedding. You retired to your apartments at the Royal Crescent, where you find yourself now, and you look over at each other, realizing you've both just been awoken. And that what has woken you is a knocking at your door, which repeats itself even more urgently.
Are you expecting anyone?
No, I don't believe so.
I'm sorry, who is it?
Begging your pardon, miss. It's just Mrs. Taylor.
Do we know Mrs. Taylor?
Mrs. Taylor is your lady's maid. She's travelled with you here to Bath as your acting lady's maid.
Oh, yes, of course. Just one moment. And Aggie gets up and throws on just sort of her house robe and goes to the door.
You open it. Mrs. Taylor herself looks a little bit frazzled, like it's a little bit earlier than she was expecting as well. Begging your pardon, miss. Sorry to wake you so early, but the maid said it was urgent. And she passes you a letter.
Oh.
Slay.
It's actually sealed with wax.
It was helpfully...
May I see it before you open it?
Yes, this module did include handy instructions for how to fold a Regency letter.
Oh.
This is so cool.
Yeah.
I think I open it. I read it quickly. I look up at Miss Taylor. Thank you. That will be all.
Thank you. She curtsies and leaves.
And I'll close the door and head over to Sophia. Fifi, it's from Harriet. She says to please come quickly and tell no one. And I'll hand her the letter so she can see it as well.
You know, perhaps this is the last time we should travel, Aggie. Everything seems fine at home. Is this Harriet's handwriting?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I suppose we should go and meet her.
Yes. I mean, it's Harriet. There's a very good chance she's just being overdramatic.
Yes, of course. Probably just overdramatic, yes. And I hand back the letter. Yes.
And I'll start sort of getting ready for heading out.
You guys dress quickly. And you're all staying in the same apartments.
Yes.
So you just quickly find your way down to her suite.
Before we do so.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I was about to say, before we leave the room.
Yeah, absolutely, please.
From my experience last season, would it be reasonable for me to have a small blade on my person?
Literally what I was about to do.
Yes, I think that's very reasonable.
I feel like it's going to be like, remove all of your weapons. And we're just pulling things out of every pocket.
Yeah.
Yes. If you can tell me in this moment what kind of blade it is and where it is, that would be incredible. Sophia?
Mine would be strapped to my thigh. I think that it would be ideally like an ornate dagger, but it is ornate in the way that it could be like, oh, that's a letter opener.
Right, yeah. Like a stiletto type.
Yes, but it's much too sharp and not quite a letter opener, but you could pass it off if for some reason somebody saw it.
And Agnes?
I also do think I have some kind of long-ish sort of thin blade that is more in the style of a fencing foil than it is a dagger. And it lives, the particular corset that I've got, I've managed to sort of like cut a little area in the boning that it slides into down the front. So it sort of hides in my corset and I can pull it out when I need it.
It kind of sounds like a hat pin almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
A poniard, I was thinking.
Yes.
They're quite thin.
Yeah.
You find your way to Harriet's suite. She opens the door herself. You see her. She looks frazzled, dressed, and hair thrown back haphazardly, her eyes red-rimmed and swollen, open wide. She doesn't immediately speak, which is very strange for her, and she gestures you quickly inside and through to the parlour, locking the door behind her.
Harriet, what's wrong? Why such an early hour?
I'm terribly sorry, dearest friends. Before I confide in you, I must swear you to secrecy. You've been most generous in keeping quiet of our shared incidents in the past, and that's why I trust you. That's why I need you. Do I have your discretion?
Of course.
Of course.
The Viscount, my husband, is missing.
I'm sorry, darling. Are you quite sure that he is missing? That he's not just taken himself out somewhere?
No, I'm pretty sure. I woke this morning to find him gone. He's disappeared without a trace. All the doors were locked. He's left no message. The servants know nothing. I'm sick with worry.
So he's disappeared completely? Mm-hmm. His bags and everything?
Well, his trunk is still here.
Okay.
So he was here when you went to sleep last night?
We both...
Okay.
Servants left at 11 o'clock. We went to bed soon after. And when I woke at 7 a.m., he was gone.
I'm sorry, I just do want to clarify. So he left with everything that was on him, but he's left his trunk here.
Correct.
And when you say the servants know nothing, as in they don't know that he has left, but they do know he still exists.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because what I was hearing was that he had disappeared without a trace and nobody knew that he existed except the 3 people in this room.
The servants know nothing of where he could have gone.
Okay. Thank
You said...
Oh, my stars.
I think I put a hand on Fifi's sort of arm. Harriet, you said everything was locked. Mm-hmm. Could he not simply have taken a key with him and locked up after himself as he left?
Yes, but I just don't understand that. Yes, this is my question. Like, where he could have gone and why he could have gone. And there's also a strange patch in the bed, but maybe that's normal for men.
Okay. It depends on the patch. But I think that we might need to investigate further.
And he didn't leave a note or...
He didn't. And we're due to leave for our honeymoon in 2 days' time.
Yes.
And if we don't leave together, it will cause the most horrific scandal.
Of course.
I don't know what to do.
Are we at a hotel right now?
Basically.
Okay.
So like it's a set of apartments.
Yeah.
And they're staying there for a couple of days and then heading off. But, people will notice.
I know you're worried, Harriet. Have you checked that he has not simply left a note at reception rather than in your rooms?
And have you been thorough in your investigation of your own room at the moment?
I don't know. I'm in a tizzy.
Oh, of course. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's okay.
And I think
Sorry.
I put a hand on her shoulder.
Beautiful. And while you settle her, I believe it would now be an occult check. Mm-hmm. I just want to be like, okay, is this really Harriet?
Yeah.
Just want to make sure that nothing spicy is going on. Or
I
it could
love
be
that.
something else. I'm not sure. I don't think
Yeah.
occult quite works there, but...
Nope. Absolutely. I would probably go for a psychology in this case.
Yeah. Terribly low. That is a success with an 8.
It's
With
beautiful.
10 is the number, so that was very lucky.
Your psychology's 10?
My psychology is 10.
Mine's 50.
Whoa!
Mine is 10, and I got 8. So
You look at Harriet and you look at her closely.
yeah,
It's Harriet. It's the same Harriet She's, a little bit in a tizzy, but also when is she not? But she does seem genuinely worried, and it does genuinely seem like her.
okay. Is there water nearby?
Yeah.
As happened in my flashback,
Wow.
I'm going to pour her a glass of water and hand it to her. Harriet,
Thank you.
how about you take some time? You sit down. Everything's going to be all right. Aggie and I will do all the investigating, and you can just spend some time. I'm sure, as Aggie said, it's just a simple misunderstanding.
Okay. Thank you. I'll be here if you need.
Of course. Absolutely. We're not saying you need to leave, but just settle.
All right.
You don't mind if we looked around?
Please do.
Is there anything you would rather us not touch?
No. You're my friends. You know everything about me.
Of course. Okay. Well, we'll go and have a look.
Great.
And I'd like to pull Aggie off to the side. I don't think this has been a misunderstanding. I think it's happening again.
Fifi, darling,
I'm not
he's
saying...
just gone for a walk.
I'm not saying it's the dancing master.
Of course it isn't.
Okay? I'm not stupid.
Fifi, I never said that you were.
I know you didn't, but I felt like it needed to be said. But we need to acknowledge that there is more going on in this world. They were so happily married just yesterday, and now he's up and gone.
Yes, but...
People acting strangely.
Darling, just breathe. We don't know anything yet. We'll look around here. If we can't find anything, we'll go down to reception. Odds are he went out for a walk this morning, or perhaps even went to go buy a sweet surprise for Harriet for their wedding morning and just has not returned yet.
And if I'm right, you buy the sandwiches next time.
I can manage that.
There we go. I'd like to go to stain first, please.
Right.
I don't believe stain was the word we were using, but...
Yeah.
Mark.
Yeah.
I'd like to go to the bed, Mark.
And I'll look around sort of the room at his... She said he left his trunk. So I guess I'll look at his things and
You both head
belongings.
to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Wonderful. It's an opulently decorated bedroom. There's gold silks on the walls, large ornately carved four-poster bed in the center. There's a washstand, a chaise lounge, small wardrobe, and Thomas's trunk sits next to Harriet's trousseau at the foot of the bed.
And so I imagine this is like the honeymoon suite.
Yes.
Like this is the
Essentially.
best in the hotel.
I mean, he's a Viscount. He
yes,
can
of course.
afford it.
Of course.
You were checking out, Agnes, the trunk.
His things, yeah, to see if there is anything odd that should be there that isn't, or like...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you go to his trunk, you open it. There's not a lot in there. It's got his wedding clothes and it's got a very old piece of paper. Can you roll a idea or fashion for me?
Ooh. We're going to roll idea because that's so much higher than my fashion.
That is a 20 under 65, so that is a hard success.
Wow, well done. Very, very odd that he brought no spare clothes.
Yes.
That's what I
Even for
thought.
such a short stay, he only had his night clothes and his wedding clothes.
Yeah.
Weird. And this is the piece of paper you find.
I want a handout.
You get a stain.
Agnes has found a small newspaper clipping. We commence this edition by regaling you of the recent tragedy at Perrymead House with the unexpected passing of Viscount Ambrose Huntley. Formerly a very sociable member of the town, the young noble died at home, cause unknown. He has not been seen in Bath for the past 3 years, confining himself completely to his quarters. Prior to his confinement, he became the subject of gossip after exhibiting some very peculiar behaviours in public, the latter years of his life being plagued by rumour of witchcraft and curses. His sister, Agnes Huntley, is quoted to say, "We are deeply affected by the sad passing of my dear brother. Agnes' son is now due to inherit the Huntley estate. Funeral details to follow." I think Aggie reads all this in her head, sees the line about a rumour of witchcraft, flits her eyes over to Fifi, folds it up and tucks it into her bodice and does not tell Fifi that this piece of paper exists just yet.
I love it.
All right. I'll write not yet known on that note.
Yep.
I am not sparking your imagination this early.
It's so fair.
Not sparking my imagination. Consider it sparked.
But I do turn to Fifi and say, "It is very strange. He has not packed nearly enough clothes for this journey. I can only find it's like his sleep things, essentially."
No,
not even.
It's just his wedding clothes.
Yeah.
And you also notice on the back of the door is his robe.
Yeah.
Theoretically, he's wearing his night clothes right now.
Yeah. I can only find wedding clothes and his house robe. They're
Perhaps he only meant to stay for the wedding and the night.
perhaps, but Harriet is right. It is strange.
Are we speaking quiet enough that Harriet can't hear us?
Yep.
I don't understand. Because right now it sounds like he married her and has run away. But there's no benefit to marrying Harriet.
It's true.
I like, you guys are so in the Regency.
Yeah.
But
no,
it's
sorry.
really funny.
Yeah, Agnes keeps it together. Miriam loses it.
Like, what? I don't understand what benefit he would find. Viscount himself. Why would he marry Harriet and then leave?
You are right. By all accounts, this was a marriage of love, not
Indeed.
any kind of
Absolutely.
rising influence. If he loved her, he wouldn't be disappearing.
And wouldn't be, I mean, I would say prepared to disappear is what it seems like. Even if this is an accident, why has he not packed more clothes? He's not wearing his wedding clothes today. What a shame that would be.
Have you found anything?
Well, yes, while you were looking at that, I discovered...
So you head over to the bed. The sheets are currently thrown back, as you can imagine. Harriet just sort of got up and then freaked out. You go to what you assume to be Thomas's side of the bed. First thing you notice is it's icy cold. Like it almost seems to be radiating a kind of ice from it. And you see just this greeny brown stain about the size of a grapefruit, musty and dank. Seeing it gives you an odd but familiar sense of unease. I need you to roll a sanity check for me.
Ooh.
That is an 8 again.
No number sanity loss, but I imagine it's not great to have that feeling again of
No.
seeing something out of the ordinary.
I would like to kind of start big and go small. So can I just think about what I've read and think about my learnings and be like, what is this coldness that I'm feeling? Is there something going on here before I focus in on this?
Yep. Roll an occult for me.
That is a 29 over 15.
Yep. There is nothing specific that you can recall that this
Okay.
would be, but you do get the feeling just because you have had that experience before that it is somewhat related to the occult somehow.
I'd like to pull out my knife and kind of just, if there's something to scoop up or poke and prod at the stain.
Yep, absolutely. You poke to it. You can sort of tell by the way it interacts that it's definitely a little bit damp still, but it doesn't seem to have anything left. It is just a stain. There's no like mucus or fluid there currently besides what's sort of soaked into the sheets.
What does it smell like?
It smells musty.
Like when you wash something in the washing machine and then leave it? And you
Yeah.
forget to pull it out and take it out and hang it up.
Yeah, a little bit like a basement, like an old basement.
Okay. Is there like a dirt smell? Is it like an underground kind of smell or just old?
Roll a spot hidden for me.
That is a 1. So that's an extreme
What is
success.
happening?
Who needs a luck skill, I guess?
Insane.
It's, I'm trying to think of the best word to describe
That's
this.
okay, take your time.
Meat.
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 Okay. A meaty smell. Are we saying like off meat?
I would say yes.
Okay.
But yes, there's something very, it was an extreme success. Not quite awful, but not quite meat cut. More, oh, you guys have been hunting, haven't you?
Yeah, we have.
Have you also been
We're not leaving it there.
skinning your kills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely more organ.
Organ.
So it would be more like the liver or the kidney or the something like that rather than like a meat cut or, you know, anything like that.
Can I look at the positioning
Yeah,
of the stain on the bed as to where somebody would be lying?
absolutely. It would be definitely torso. It's not like up at the pillow. It's not down the foot of the bed. It's definitely like central, like
Oh,
guest.
digestive system or like heart? Is it his heart?
Definitely upper torso.
Wow.
So
All right. Aggie.
Yes.
Well, so what did I find? I have some theories, and we weren't running away with any ideas, of course. I got a very strange cold feeling from the bed,
All right.
and there's this stain, this kind of rotten, dank, moldy stain. But I've been thinking there was something about the smell. We've been out hunting quite a lot together recently.
Yes.
And from the positioning, and I think that it might be an organ, and from the positioning, I think that it might be a heart or
I'll head over to look at it as
a
well.
heart stain.
yep. Seeing it first, give me a sanity.
Why not? That's a 34 under 70.
Excellent. You're fine. Yeah. So you see this greeny brown stain, size of a grapefruit, smells bad.
I think I may have been too hasty. This seems to be in the place where if he was laying where his heart would have been. I think that it's ridiculous for me to have said it is the heart, but that's just kind of where I'm seeing this stain.
It's also, because you did roll such a big success as well, it's size of a grapefruit is probably a little too big for it to be like just a heart stain, but...
Is there any way to tell from how dry or damp the stain is still as to how long it has been
Do you touch it?
in the bed?
I didn't. I touched it with
I'm
my
going to
knife.
get out a handkerchief and I'm going to see if there's any transference or if it's completely dried.
Yeah.
And from that, try and discern maybe how long the stain's been there for.
Yep. It is still slightly damp.
Okay.
It's not wet.
Yeah.
It's not dry. It's sort of that in-between stage. If you want a more specific timeline, I'll make it a roll.
Okay. Is it like tacky?
Yeah. I handkerchief and then I lift it up. How much has transferred over?
I'd say you get a sort of a light smattering along the handkerchief. It doesn't completely soak the handkerchief.
Right.
It seems to have decently soaked into this.
Okay. It's had some time to dry, so it's not, I would say it's at least been there for a couple of hours, if not a little longer.
But something has been left and then removed, I would say.
Perhaps.
Or is it coming from inside?
I am not entirely sure.
Is it worth it for me to
You can cut the mattress open, I guess.
unmake the bed and see if there's any, is it like, or do we, okay, great. Then I would like to kind of, I don't want to cut the mattress off first off, but can I like pull the sheets back to see if there's anything underneath that the stain is coming from the bottom or if it's coming from the top?
Yeah. As far as you can tell, it looks like it's come from the top. So it gets a little, it's definitely still in the mattress a little bit. So it's soaked decently in.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it's risen out of the mattress.
So something was put here and then taken away?
Perhaps.
And you think maybe recently, like a few hours? But it's not been there all night.
No, but it's not completely dry. So if they went to bed, she said the staff left at 11.
And he was gone at 7 when she awoke.
He was gone. She noticed he was gone when she awoke. I'm trying to figure out.
So we need to find out what time the frivolity ended.
Is it delicate to ask her if they were intimate last night?
You know that I don't have an issue asking the delicacies of such a situation.
Perhaps figuring out from her exactly when they went to sleep. And even if she knows whether or not she was the one that fell asleep first, perhaps he never retired. She only thinks that he did.
Yes. Okay. There was a chaise lounge. And I would really like to just like check in for coins.
Nothing in the...
Okay.
I'm going to keep my hanky that has the little bit of what on it, just in case we
great.
maybe need that later.
Keep the what.
Keep the what.
What?
I don't want to be dramatic, but maybe we should cut this square out and take it with us.
If you think...
Or is that too hasty? Perhaps we should have confirmation of strange dealings before we, move into that form of...
I do have some on my handkerchief, but if you feel that we should have the whole of it...
Harriet hasn't looked through the whole apartment. We know what Harriet's like. We should probably look through the entire space to find...
Maybe it's just in the kitchen.
Yes, I know. And we'll just...
All right.
And then check with the desk
Yes.
before we do anything rash.
So bedroom was across from the parlour.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's also a dining room, which is literally just a small dining room. It doesn't look like it's been used. They haven't even set out breakfast yet. The kitchen's at the back of the apartment, which is simply furnished. There's a back door there.
There's a kitchen in the apartment.
Yeah. It's intended for short-term lets. There's a maid and a cook who live locally that stay in the apartment with them.
So they're not here, though.
7.
Yes, because she knows that the staff didn't see anything, so the staff would have come back for her to
in the
have
kitchen,
that.
or they've stepped
Yes,
out?
I would say they are in the kitchen preparing the first meal.
Okay. Interrogations.
Great.
Is there anything, is there another room to check?
No, that's the only other room. There's a backyard with a privy outside.
A backyard.
I can show you a little map.
I would love that. Okay. And so what's that at the back there?
So there's access to a back lane for services.
Oh, okay. Because that would make it very easy for somebody to get in and very easy for Thomas to get out.
Yes. So perhaps it's worth looking to see if we think anyone has used that way in or out.
Yeah, because my head was going like contemporary apartment where it's like you can't really get out without going down the elevator or like, going past the front desk. Whereas here, in or out like that. There's a back door, I imagine.
Yep.
What's the lock like?
You see there is an unbroken lock.
Mm-hmm.
It is currently unlocked because the staff have let themselves in that way this morning, but you can't see that it's been tampered with in any way.
Cool. What should we do, Aggie? Should we go outside to investigate? Should we talk to people? Should we go and check at the front desk?
I think it's worth looking outside to see if he used that route, and perhaps one of us heading to the front desk to at least ask if he did just walk out the front door.
Why don't you go to the front desk? I'll look outside, but before we do, I'll just... Harriet, do you know what time you fell asleep last night?
Around midnight, I think.
Okay.
I wasn't checking the clock, but...
Approximately midnight?
Yes.
Okay. So, did your husband, congratulations.
Thank you.
Did he come to go to sleep at the same time?
Yes, we were both in bed at the time.
Mm-hmm. And you were certain he fell asleep?
I am not certain, no, but
yes.
eyes were closed.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
We were both breathing.
That's yes. Thank you, Harriet. I would say that's enough evidence for sleep. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And then I'll go look outside.
Okay. Goodbye.
And I'll head to the foyer,
Great.
I assume.
Cool, Agnes, you head out to, there's just a very small foyer. It's not something that people are coming in and out of a lot, like a public thing. But, there is essentially a footman at the door who knows things.
Good morning.
Good morning. Can I help you, Mum?
I was wondering first if anyone had left any correspondence or notes for the new Viscountess.
No, ma'am, not yet. I haven't received anything.
Nothing for the Viscount either?
No, not that I can recall. I can. He walks over to behind the little desk and has a look. Nope, nothing of nooks come in.
And did you see the Viscount leave this morning?
No, ma'am. He came in early evening yesterday with his wife, and they headed to their rooms. And after the staff left, I haven't seen anyone entering or exiting.
All right. Sorry, we're all in a bit of a tizzy trying to figure out where everyone is after the
of course.
celebrations of last night. Thank you very much. And I'll head back up to where everyone else is.
Meanwhile, you're checking outside, Sophia. What specifically are you looking for?
Evidence of somebody leave. I think I'm looking for footsteps, and I think that my main thought would be maybe to go to the alley. Mm-hmm. But I think definitely on the way, I'm just going to check he's not. Maybe had some bad curry the night before and is stuck in the privy.
Yeah. Great. You head out. He is not in the privy.
Okay.
Give me either a survival or a track.
Ooh. Let's go track. 14 over 10.
That's okay. You see a few footsteps in and out from the kitchen, but as you can imagine, the staff coming and going all the time. You can't see anything specific that is out of place.
Okay.
You guys meet back up inside?
Yeah. Nothing outside that I could see.
Yes, the doorman said that he hadn't seen the Viscount this morning and that there has been no correspondence left for either him or Harriet.
I wonder, the servants might know, is it possible to see somebody on the alley? Because if he's just walked off, gone for a walk, I don't know if anybody would have seen that. And we might just have to wait until he gets back for breakfast.
There is the possibility, but I also worry that the more people we ask whether or not they have seen the Viscount does begin to create the exact kind of scandal Harriet is trying to avoid at this moment.
So discretion.
Yes.
Well, let's go check out what's for breakfast.
All right.
Are you going kitchen or...
Kitchen was my intention.
Great. Yeah, you head to the kitchen.
That's where the staff is.
Yep.
Good morning.
Oh, begging your pardon, miss. What can I do for you?
Hello. We were just investigating what was for breakfast.
Oh, we've got the royal suite. I'm sorry. Am I cooking for... I thought there was just 2 this morning.
Yes, just 2 this morning. We're guests of Harriet. We were bridesmaids yesterday.
Oh.
And she's just feeling a little bit excited and a bit overwhelmed from yesterday. And so she's just had friends. We won't be eating. We'll be eating in our own suite.
Wonderful. Oh. Yes, we've got a little platter set out here. We've got some fruits and we've got some toast and some muffins and the full honeymoon suite, as it were.
Oh, lovely.
Tell me, are the back alleys often used as walking paths for those other than yourself?
Not particularly that I've noticed, miss. It's mostly just us coming and going.
Right.
Occasionally there'll be, some sheets dropped off that way and such.
I thought I heard an awful noise there last night. I'm not sure if somebody was running through or somebody dropped something. Would anybody know what that was? Is there a possibility to check with somebody who oversees those alleys, or could have been a cat?
Oh, if it was after the staff left, miss, I'm not sure. You could check with the footman, I suppose, but he's on the other side of the building.
Yes. Oh well.
When would the earliest staff have got in this morning?
Well, we have a few people coming around 5 for the bakers to drop off the bread and such. And then the full staff makes their way in around between 6 and 7, depending on the suite.
All right, so probably not the staff arriving early in the morning then, Fifi, that we heard.
No. Maybe just an animal.
Yes.
It just awoke me with a bit of a start, but it's okay.
Is there anything else I can do for you, or?
Was there anything out of place you noticed this morning?
Like what?
Oh, just...
Just a chat.
Just trying to strike up conversation. How's the weather today? Have you noticed anything strange?
Have you had a heart misplaced?
Now that you mention it.
You're very busy. I'm sorry. We must be interrupting you. I'm sorry. What your name was?
My name.
No one ever asked me my name.
My name. I haven't said my name out loud in nigh on 20 years. Mrs. McKay.
Thank you, Miss McKay. And I slowly back out of the room.
She goes back to making breakfast.
Well, I get the feeling that he didn't just walk out.
Yes, I am beginning to get that feeling as well.
But I don't think we should tell Harriet that.
No. I'm going to head over. Harriet, is there anywhere particular in town that the Viscount likes to frequent?
Well, I mean, not... great question.
It's just if he's gone out this morning,
absolutely.
perhaps there might be somewhere we can find him.
I mean, I hope he's not anywhere too public. That would be bad. But there's like you haven't been in town very long, have you?
No, we're just here for you, darling.
All right. Well, there's the pump rooms, of course. Everyone goes there to take their waters. There's the tea shop. There's a few taverns around. There's the gentleman's club. I know he goes there sometimes.
And what of his friends?
Oh,
perhaps he's gone to see one of them this morning. Are there any of his friends that we could call on?
Well, the only family that could make it to town in time for the wedding was his half brother. I don't know too much about him. They didn't seem on the best terms. But
And what was the half brother's name? Sorry, we would know that because we were at the wedding.
Yeah.
Yes, Fable, Mr. Francis Fable.
Francis
Fable.
Fable.
What a name.
What a fake name.
It was quite a shame I couldn't meet more of his family yesterday, but I'm sure it'll come. It'll come, right? He's gonna come back, right?
Of course.
Great.
He's just gone out for the morning, darling. We're going to go see if he's with his half-brother or at one of these establishments and send him home to you.
Okay. I'm going to send the servants away so they don't see that he's not here.
All
I'm going
right.
to say that he's still in bed and that he doesn't want to see anybody. Is that good?
Maybe just say I mean, we ate a lot of very rich food at the wedding last night. Perhaps he's just
Sudden onset gout.
indisposed.
That'll get you. Yes,
It was a late night for you.
it was.
And nobody will question a bride and groom on their wedding night.
Yes.
Or morning thereafter.
Okay. Thank you. If you need anything, I will be here.
Yes.
Harriet,
Yes.
you don't need to make anything up because there's nothing wrong. He's just gone out.
Okay.
So you don't need
Yes.
to... There's no reason.
We're married.
Yes.
Yes.
You're married.
We're
and
in
he's
love.
just- yes.
It's fine.
Of course it is.
I'd like to repeat it. You don't need to convince yourself of that. You are married and everything is fine.
Yes. Yes.
So
Good.
just... All righty. Well, let's go see Stacey Fake Name.
Wonderful. You guys head out into the city of Bath. Where to first?
Yes. In actuality,
Yes.
I don't think that we're going to hit up Francis first.
I wouldn't even know where to find him.
Wait, is he not here? Is he not staying with us? Surely he would have been highlighted as part of the...
He's in the wedding party.
Yeah, he probably would have been staying in the apartment. You don't know for certain, but like it's a reasonable assumption.
What was our impression of him during the wedding?
Great question. Roll me psychology.
Come on, baby.
You can as well if you'd like, Sophia.
21 is a hard success.
Nothing.
Great. You were caught up in other things, Sophia. And, you know, neither of you had any particular interactions with him. He was very sociable. He was well-spoken. He was able to keep his own at the festivities.
How old is he?
Younger
Okay.
than Thomas. Mid to late 20s.
Okay.
With a hard success, I'm going to say you noticed that he and Thomas did not get on particularly well. They didn't speak much during the thing, and there was, you know, a few looks between them that suggested it wasn't the best relationship.
But Francis was the best man?
Yes, being that he was the only family member that was present, it was only correct that he should be.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, he seemed like a gentleman. It was just that sort of, you know, a few looks between them that made you go, they're not on the best speaking terms.
Yeah.
Then I think that this probably means that we could really put the screws to him, because if we upset him by asking him questions about why the only family, it's not going to get back to Thomas or Harriet.
Yeah.
Because that is super weird. Because they're from Bath, aren't they?
Perrymead House.
Perrymead, yeah.
Do I know where that is?
A couple of miles southeast of Bath is the
so they're
family
from
home.
Bath.
Yeah. So
Where is everybody?
where is everyone?
Well, we would
and
need to
also,
ask
why does he
Francis.
have no friends? That's so weird for someone that
Well, we had no
rich.
family. Was it no friends as well?
You know, I think there probably would have been a few friends there, but I don't think it's anyone that Harriet knew that he liked to hang out with a lot. It was more, you know, a few gentlemen from the gentleman's club and that sort of thing, but it wasn't someone he would like go and visit the morning after his wedding.
I think I'd like to ask after him. I don't really know how we to do this. Ask after him at the gentleman's club, because she said he frequents there. So if he did pop out, he may have popped out to there perhaps to celebrate with some companions
Yes.
at 7 a.m.
Great. Tell me your plan, because
Check
two
for Francis.
ladies cannot walk into the gentleman's club.
Yeah.
No, but we're checking for Francis first at the apartments.
At the apartment.
That way we don't have to
Wonderful.
leave. I feel like that's our natural first step.
You ask after him at the Footman, and he says that Francis is not staying at the apartments. He's staying at his own accommodation.
And what's the footman's name?
Mr. Periwinkle.
Did Periwinkle know what Francis accommodation
No, he
was?
just knows that he's not staying here. Periwinkle does say that being a Bath local, he does know that Francis Faber was often seen either at the Gentleman's Club or the tavern.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I think I want to go to the gentleman's club, but I don't know how to go to the gentleman's club.
We could simply leave a calling card. Like, I'm pretty sure you could do that. Like,
Yeah.
we could go leave a calling card that essentially says, "Hey, it's the Finch sisters. We're staying at X. We came to visit you because
For Fable.
Yeah, for Fable, because he should. Etiquette is that he would return
Yes.
the visit.
And we could also ask after. Oh, no, we don't want to make it that obvious. That's my problem. We don't want to ask after the Viscount.
Perhaps not. We can certainly call in at the Gentleman's Club
Yes.
and then head out from there.
Okay.
I think it is also interesting that the brother is the only family
Very much so.
attendant. Perhaps there are some rumours about the family themselves, if there's anything going on behind closed doors.
Wonderful. You leave your calling card at the Gentleman's Club. Where would you like to head next?
I thought that we could just roll for rumor. Did we have to go and do something?
You would have to go
Yeah.
somewhere specific to
Okay.
look for the rumors.
Can we go to a tavern?
Yep, absolutely.
And we're allowed to go into a tavern and talk to people at the tavern? And would that look weird for us?
Maybe a little, but it's not something that you'll be. I mean, what's your reputation score right now?
44.
Yeah. It's not something great for a lady to do, but as long as you conduct yourselves well enough within there.
And of course, there is tea shop and pump room were two, and that would be probably much more likely for us to be there. And
Yeah,
maybe
for
sure.
people might be more willing to give us. I don't really know what a pump room is.
So the pump rooms is something very specific to Bath itself. So it's these chambers built above the old Roman baths there where the hot spring waters pump into the rooms and people drink the hot spring water because it's supposed to give you like vitality and improve your health. But really it's like just another prime gossip spot. The big thing about Bath is the pump rooms and the public baths where it's literally like hot spring water. And so people always go there to like take the waters and stuff.
So pump rooms is not necessarily a bathhouse,
It's not.
but the bathhouse is
The bathhouse is the bathhouse.
House.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the pump rooms is basically just like, oh, this is where everyone goes to hang out and gossip, but also like get healthy.
Yeah.
It's Zumba.
It's my spinning class.
It's basically the spin class of Regency.
I mean, that probably sounds like what we're looking for.
Go
Let's do
there.
that.
The pump rooms, they're grandly designed in the Greek style, tall white marble columns framing the entrance, above which are inscribed a series of Greek letters. Inside, floor-to-ceiling windows bathe the room's delicately luxurious furnishings in light. A Baroque quartet plays in the corner, subtly underscoring the room. By one of the windows sits a large marble vase from which water flows steadily into the mouths of silver fish sculptures. Many people of various societal ranks gather, a number of them sipping from cups that are refilled from the vase by an assistant. You know that anyone reasonably dressed may socialize in the pump room. However, those who wish to drink its healing waters are expected to pay about £1 a month as well as tip the pump assistant. So if you want to specifically do that, there is a fee involved. You see lots of people scattered around the room. You see couples, you see groups of young ladies, you see a few gentlemen. There's a young lady sipping from a glass as she reads from what appears to be a gossip column. There's a middle-aged woman who you can see gossiping in the ear of anyone unfortunate enough to catch her eye. There's a lot of opportunities here for gossip, as it were.
Is there anyone here that we recognize that attended the wedding?
No.
Okay.
Because weddings are such small affairs, there's no one who attended here.
Yeah.
It was a small wedding, as it were.
Do we think we're more likely to get stuff done if we're drinking water?
Maybe?
Can I make a check to judge that?
Sure. Roll me an etiquette.
It's a 98 who are 14.
Wow. You think that
I
if you
leap
jump
into
in
the
the water... yeah. You are a little overwhelmed. It has been
a while since I've been out socially.
And it's been a while since you've enjoyed being out socially at that. And so it's a lot of people in one room and you haven't been to Bath before. So
It is a totally different vibe.
you're like, Bath, are we supposed to bathe here?
Yeah.
And you start thinking about that.
Bath?
Is this Bath?
The older woman that you said was talking very loudly. I'd like to sort of start walking towards
Strongly.
her. And as I'm walking towards her, like try and do the thing where you overhear a snippet of conversation so you can kind of like jump in. Yeah.
Absolutely. You do, in fact, hear her talking about the wedding. It is new news. You just overhear snippets of the word scandalous is thrown around so loosely.
Yeah.
But you hear it quite a few times. You hear wedding, you hear groom, you hear Huntley family.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll walk over. Is there a seat?
She's standing at the moment. So, yeah, there's definitely room in her group.
Excuse me, did I overhear you were talking about the wedding of the Viscount Huntley?
Yes, darling. Oh, it was simply scandalous, was it not?
Agreed. This charming woman, a Viscount of all people.
Yes, well, I don't think the family must approve. Only representative in attendance is his half-brother. Shocking that he even turned up considering their relationship.
Oh, do tell.
My.
Well, and she's so excited that you haven't walked away from her like everyone else. Wow, that sounded a little too psychological. Just like literally physically, people don't want to be in conversation with her.
Yeah.
Jealousy, darling. Also, the rumors say something's quite strained their relationship, barely civil.
Oh.
Not to mention Mr. Fable's disinterest, shall we say, in the ladies of the ton. No one's ever seen him courting, and when he does attend a ball, he keeps quite to himself and the other gentlemen in his company. Absolute scandal.
Of course. Jealousy, you say. Perhaps there was somebody there. What's that about?
Yes, well, he is the older brother. Yeah, It's hard to say. I've heard a few different versions of the tale.
And your favourite?
Yes, well, of course, Francis was from his mother's second marriage, so always treated perhaps as lesser. Oh, it's so terrible to see, but there's always a golden child in every family. I should know.
But if the Viscount was the golden child, then surely his mother should have shown up to the wedding.
Yes.
Yes, well, that's the other thing, isn't it? Is where is the mother? Where is she?
Absolutely. And so sad about her first husband.
Yes, it is terribly sad. With that comment, roll either charm or persuade for me.
So 25 on persuade, which is a hard success.
Incredible. Oh, it's a terrible shame, isn't it? Died so young.
Yes.
Such a good man. Oh, shortly after he was married, I believe. His mother had to go through the pregnancy all alone, the poor thing.
Oh, my
No
word.
wonder she remarried.
Of course, of course. Was it the day of? I can't quite remember that timeline.
Oh, it's been a while, dear. I'm sorry, you'll forgive my memory, but it was very shortly after, yes.
Does the Viscount's mother still live with him at Perrymead House, or has she found other lodgings?
Would she know this?
Yeah, it's a bit of a reach. But I'm also like...
Ooh, 95, baby. Continue my streak of rolling terribly in this game. And she looks a little bit like, she flushes a little bit because she doesn't know.
Yeah.
She doesn't know. And she's like, well, I mean, I haven't heard exactly where she is, but she hasn't been seen in Bath for a few weeks, I believe, maybe a few months, perhaps.
Very strange.
I hear it's been almost a year.
Oh, no, she was definitely... I definitely remember seeing her over the summer. Yes.
Are you okay, ma'am?
Yes! I'm going to get more water. Woo! As she goes back towards the waters.
I'd like to stumble a bit and grab onto Agnes.
Fifi?
I've been trying to keep a cool head in all of this.
Yes.
Thomas's father disappeared very close, perhaps on the day of the wedding, much like the situation today. Perhaps very soon after. Obviously, this is only rumors and gossip, but I don't know if this is too much coincidence for you, but I'm just sorry. I don't like the pieces falling into place like this.
Yes, I agree with you that they certainly have a very strange family history. We still aren't sure if the Viscount didn't simply go for a walk this morning, though.
Of course. And we still need to wait some time before we can know if Harriet is also pregnant.
Yes, that is the matter of weeks or perhaps even over a month from now that we would know anything about that.
But anyway, I'm sure the Viscount will have returned up by then.
Yes, so am I.
And we never found out that woman's name.
No, we didn't.
Mrs. Staples!
She was too excited to tell us about the scandal.
There's always news, darling.
I'd like to shake myself off and go to the young lady.
Great.
With the gossip rag.
You see a tall and stately blonde with elaborate braids, pinched face, small mouth, reading a gossip column.
Well, it seems you're a fan of gossip. Did you perhaps hear about Mr. Fable last night at the Huntley wedding?
You see her lower the gossip column and she goes, "The Finch sisters, am I correct?"
Yes, we are. I'm sorry, and you are?
Oh, Miss Selina Bird, very pleased to meet
Selina
you.
Bird and Finch.
Isn't it funny?
Is that a name that's done the social rounds?
You've heard of Miss Selina Bird. You feel like you might have heard Harriet mention her in her letters to you somewhere along the way, but I think she's like the gossip girl of the town.
Yeah.
XOXO. Selina Bird.
I'll hold my hand out. Agnes, but my friends call me Aggie.
Oh, Miss Finch, it's always so lovely to have a mature woman around to converse with. And you are?
Sophia, you're not my friend, so I won't tell you the other side.
Mature? I'm 22.
This is why I'm like, girl, we ain't playing that game.
Don't worry, ladies. Everyone is welcome in the pump room, regardless of their reputations. What can I help you with?
That's okay. We knew about low reputations, so we thought we'd come and talk to you. We heard that you and, Mr. Fable were in some kind of togetherness. Last night I heard.
I'm going to say to go ahead and roll maybe let's say persuade to convince her that you're accusing her of this thing.
Okay, that's an 81. I think I want to push.
Okay. How do you push this roll? She sort of smiles at you. She goes, oh, I'm pleasantly surprised. For someone of your social standing, you're surprisingly articulate.
I know. I mean, Mr. Fable, and I'd like to say it loud enough for the whole bumper room to hear.
Oh, boy!
He always said, a bird in hand's worth two in the bush.
Oh, no.
I am obsessed with the fact that you were like, Sophia's going to be so much more mild this season. She's really going to be like not taking risks,
and
really like sitting on the back foot. And oh my gosh, this is insane.
Roll.
The same roll! Oh, no.
The exact same roll.
81 over 53.
Oh no.
Oh, all right, I'm out. Makes sense.
Don't forget to tick that skill.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, boy. You're going to take 4 reputation loss.
Yeah. And that's generous. I think that's conservative.
Yeah. She sort of looks at you and her eyes darken and she lowers her voice and she says, well, you know what I heard? Lieutenant Wandsworth, as disgraced as he is, had some kind of personal vendetta against the Finch sisters, saying they cornered him in the garden, stabbed him and lit him on fire, then framed him for the murder of Lady Dulfray. Now, everyone knows that's nonsense, but it does beg the question of what exactly you did do to vex him so greatly.
Can I make a sanity roll?
Yes, please.
94, that's a fail.
Okay, I'm going to say just 1 sanity loss as you see her shadow start to grow slightly longer behind her, and then you blink and it's gone.
Yes, well, I suppose anybody can read, Miss Bird.
Do make sure you take the waters while you're here, Aggie darling. You clearly need it. And she walks away.
And I sit down.
Fifi, darling, forgive me if this is indelicate. What just happened? We don't know Miss Bird from Adam, and you walked up to her, deeply insulted her honor in a way that is greatly uncommon to do without any kind of solid proof. I love you more than anything, but it was a particularly strange thing to do.
I don't really know what came over me. I mean, she was so cruel to you.
Oh, she was an absolute cow, but...
And I just wanted her to stop, and I just wanted to put her in her place, and then we're asking about Francis, and we were supposed to be discreet, and I felt like we weren't discreet, and then she brought up Wandsworth, and
yes, I
think I just became overcome. It was very unwise of me.
No, Fifi, I didn't mean it like that.
No, you haven't done anything wrong, Aggie. It was me. I've done something wrong. It was my mistake for being too brash.
Darling, I'm not trying to tell you off. I want to make sure that you, my sister, who I love more than anybody else in the world, is all right.
I put my hand on yours.
Yeah.
I don't think you're telling me off. I think that you're right. I think that I am too brash. I made a mistake, and then I made a mistake in front of everybody. I called it out because I think it's a part of growing older that I just need to come to terms with some silliness within me.
All right.
You're not an old maid. You're wise, right? You're giving me this wisdom, right? That I should be listening to my older sister.
Yes, Fifi, I love you greatly. That wasn't quite the compliment that I think you think it was.
I'm sorry. I didn't. Again,
No, I know. And I'm just going to tuck a curl behind her ear.
Mrs. Staples comes back. Well, that was awkward, wasn't it?
Yes, yes. I sit back down.
She's going to come back and she's like, did I hear that you two were at the wedding yesterday?
Yes, we were.
Incredible. Is it true that there were those horrible modern additions to the vows yesterday?
Is it true?
You do recall a few extra flourishy bits. You're not sure exactly what she's talking about, but it definitely wasn't the standard vows.
The Viscount and Viscountess, there were moments where I think they were simply carried away by the love they share for each other and felt the impetus to add a few of their own affectations to assure one another of just how deep their affection runs.
I can't believe the bishop allowed it, putting into the vows. Is it true? Till my heart turns to stone. Poetic dribble. Whatever happened to Saturday night? And so, yes, you do know that those extra things that were in there were said by the bishop to be repeated. So you know that he would have had...
It was instruction given to the bishop.
Correct.
Great. Have the have the Huntleys always been so modern in their...
No, not particularly.
So this is...
First time I've heard it.
Yes.
Dribble.
I will say I was quite astonished by Thomas. He seemed a very singular young man. Harriet is a dear friend of ours. We just want to know more about the young man that she's tied her life to. Is there anything you know about him that perhaps would be useful for good friends of hers to hear?
Absolutely. I mean, until recently, he was one of the most eligible young men in Bath. So, of course, he was always avoiding the old mammas like I, trying to push ourselves onto him. Not that any of my daughters are currently. Anyway, yes, it was strange. He got to quite an age without courting anybody, and then suddenly Harriet came along, and it was like they were so in love, so in love. No one expected him to get married, especially this young, but seems to be a love match, as it were.
Yes, it certainly came about rather quickly.
Though, have you read the gossip column?
No, what did it say?
I seem to have misplaced my copy, but there's a boy over there selling them. Boy. He's not allowed into the rooms. Boy.
Yeah. we can go collect one in a moment. Do you remember anything that it said?
She blushes again. She's like,
We'll go grab a copy.
Yes, I'm going to get more water. She leaves again. You head over to the boy. He's selling them for a penny.
Happily. Yeah.
Roll.
No. Have it.
I want
Have it.
Roll for penny. Roll for credit rating.
Hard success. With
Hard success on
17.
penny. Great. Here you go.
Thank you, Miriam. Lady Humwright's Society Paper, Thursday 16, June 1814. And it could not be an issue of these papers without mention of the wedding of the season. Yes, Miss Harriet Fenchurch finally made it down the aisle to become Lady Huntley, married yesterday under special license by the Bishop of Bath and Wells. How was such a rare license granted, one may ask? These nuptials could not come soon enough after a certain young lady was spotted with the Viscount, unchaperoned, beyond the colonnades of the assembly rooms last month. But of course, with a love match like this, a short engagement is only too suitable. A bright young lady will always guard her reputation as if it were a precious jewel. It certainly should not be left unchaperoned, lest it should lose its shine. I expect I shall be reporting more happy news of this couple before the year is out. Let's hope their marriage will be longer lived than that of the groom's father. So do we think that it was like that? Where it's like, well, since I got caught with this one, as opposed to not getting caught in the past, he needs to marry Harriet. Or was he waiting for a particular person? Harriet is that particular person. Because if there were perhaps something a little bit more untoward going on, with as much love to our friend, I think Harriet would be an ideal patsy for certain scenarios and to be taken advantage of. There is no evidence of that at this time, though.
Yes, the thought did occur to me that perhaps there was some convenience in their being spotted together. That a quick marriage was more an orchestration than a mistake. But I do not know what that would achieve for him.
Him? I don't know who else is involved. He's the one who's gone missing. It's his father who died, allegedly. Who's to say there's not somebody else that we haven't met yet? This fable has come up again, I think.
Yes.
Where do you guys want to go next?
I think that the bishop is probably a good one
Yeah.
because it sounds like there's a lot of questions that might be able to be answered by the bishop. I would also like to hit up, like we did last time,
Yeah.
the library and see if we can find out a little bit more because it sounds like there's a lot going on with this family.
Yeah.
And see if we can identify a little bit more of this familial history because Harriet's not going to know that because she's an idiot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. All right.
Are we going to the chapel?
Going to the chapel and we're
Gonna find out some details. And as you head towards the spires that you so recently saw your friend Harriet get married in, that's where we're going to leave the session. You've been listening to Best Left Forgotten. You can find and follow us on X, Instagram, and Blue Sky at Best Left Podcast, and on our Best Left Forgotten Facebook page, where we post updates, info, and additional content. A full song and artist list for this episode can be found in the description. Our cover art is by Irit Mogilevsky, who can be found on Instagram at irit.mog. Thanks to Jess Wolfendale, our editor, Miriam Feats, our social media manager, and Nathan Quadro, our producer. If you enjoyed our episode today, please leave a review and tell your friends.